Would everyone please stand?
Good morning and welcome to the Grade 5 Award Ceremony of 2021. Will you all please be seated? To our parents, those joining us via the live streaming, and those seated in our hall this morning, it is just wonderful to welcome you back actually into our school. To Dr. Whale, teachers, staff, invited guests and members of our governing body, welcome. And then to the stars of the day, our glowing Grade 5s, welcome to your awards ceremony. Grade 5s, today is all about you. We want to celebrate you. We want you to know how very, very proud we are of you and all that you have achieved as you have grown. Grade 5s, most of you started at a pre-primary, and many of you at our little pre-primary in your fishy outfits, remember? So let me take you on a journey as you think about all you have grown through over the last few years that you've been at Collegiate. So, you all went from milk teeth, to wiggly teeth, to no teeth, to big teeth. From no shoes to Crocs, remember the Crocs? To socks and shoes. From wax crayons to pencils to pens. From patterns to print to cursive. From letterland, remember Annie Apple, Bouncing Ben? To sounding out words to writing long descriptive stories. From pictures to flashcards to reading books and next year to iPads. You certainly have grown and learned so much of your junior school years. And yes, the physical ways that you have grown are precious to see. But what really counts is the growth that happens inside. How you learned to make wise choices. How you chose to be a good friend, how you chose to be kind and respectful, how you chose to never give up, and how you chose and I hope that you will continue to choose to always do your best. So last weekend I went to the Tsitsikamma forest and I went to visit the big tree. Have any of you been to see the big tree? Any of the parents? We walked down a lovely, cool path in the forest. It was just so lovely after being busy at school, and then my husband and I went away for a weekend. And just to walk down that cool path where it was just so quiet and just look up and see all the green leaves, it was just beautiful. And we were enjoying the path, and then all of a sudden, there in front of me was this huge, gigantic tree. It is so high that when I looked up, all the way to the top, my sunglasses fell off my head. This tree is known as a giant Otanequa yellowwood. It is over 800 years old, and it's currently standing at about 36.6 meters tall. So if you look at the ground and you look here and you look up to our ceiling here in the hall, that, Mr. Fourie tells me, is about 14 meters. So let's double this. and then still some more. That's how tall that tree is. I thought to myself, if there was ever something that was growing to glow, it is this beautiful big tree. But you know what? Even that huge tree went from a seed to a little plant to a tree and to a big tree. I'm sure life was tough and is tough at times for that big tree. It has to weather storms, fires, probably drought like now, floods, but it still stands strong and keeps growing and glowing. Life is not always going to be easy, girls, but we need to keep carrying on. Now, for 2021, we had a wallpaper mural printed and put up here in our Tinkerbell area. You know the one above the TV there with the tree? And that is a constant reminder for all of us to grow what really, really counts, so that we can glow from a beauty deep within. This morning I'm going to read what is written on that mural. Listen and take some advice from a tree. Stand tall and proud. Be content. Go out on a limb. Be brave. Have courage. Try new things. Remember your roots. Stay true to who you are and what you believe is right. Drink plenty of water. Stay healthy. Be content with your natural beauty. Know that each one of you are special. Each one of you are beautiful because you are you. And enjoy the view. Have fun, laugh, enjoy the day. Now, on behalf of our grade 5 girls, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our parents, our teachers, our admin staff, our support staff, for all your love, dedication, and support. To those parents who have served us as morning screening volunteers, thank you for the many hours you have sacrificed each morning to keep us safe. To Mrs. Ann Burrell and her committee of CAMS moms, thank you for the beautiful flowers that we enjoy this morning. And not just these, but the ones that we're blessed with weekly in the office. To the moms that help with the tuck shop, lost property, love sandwiches, fundraising, counting money, secondhand clothing in the library, and then the vital role of class rep. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've had many very successful fundraisers this year. We've had the Swimathon, Fast Food Fridays, and our latest, the spelling competition. Do you know that that spelling competition brought in just over 168,000 Rand? That is absolutely outstanding and will go a far way to upgrading our beautiful school, with many of the latest projects going to start this week. Our netball courts are having to be totally redone to severe cracking, and this will cost us in the region of about 800,000. No, sorry, closer to 900,000. And we are having all our high exterior buildings and windows painted by an outside company, which will also start this year. Our hall floor is going to get a new coat of varnish next week. And then we are very excited to say that we will be changing over from municipal water to filtered borehole water in our bathrooms this week. Then to the school governing body under the chairmanship of Mr. Mark Eaton, thank you for the many, many hours that you give up to ensure that our school runs responsibly and that we do all that we can to give our girls the best education that we can. Thank you to the parents who conscientiously pay their school fees, and to the governing body that ensure that we use our funds wisely. To all our collegiate families, thank you for the generous giving, your generous giving. Because of you, we have been able to feed many hungry tummies in and around our city with our love sandwiches and soup and fruit and the giving has just been phenomenal this year. Thank you. Then also thank you for the donations of groceries you blessed our support staff with. We handed over huge parcels to them last Friday, and they have all expressed absolute appreciation and thankfulness. Then thank you to our teachers, both in the classroom and extramurally, for the way that you have creatively made this year as normal and as full of activities as possible. Our grade 5s have grown and they glow because of you. People tend to look back over the past 2 years and harp on all that has not happened. But we choose to look at this year and say that it has been good. We have had all our goals at school every day since the start of this year. Our staff and our learners have stayed safe, and we were blessed to not have to close our school for even a single day. With the addition of an extra grade 5 class, and in most of the classes an extra class, most of the grades an extra class, and with a school timetable with fewer disruptions, concepts and knowledge that was taught during the limited in-time school last year was caught up. Teachers were able to give more individual attention to remediate and even extend our goals this year than we've ever had before. We continued with an extramural timetable throughout the year, and we're one of the few schools in the city and maybe even the country that could have a gala and an athletics day this year. The reintroduction of events and activities of what was so restricted for so long has given us all a fresh appreciation for all that was just done in the past and often taken for granted. Like for the little ones playing on the jungle gyms again. Hearing the band play, we heard in the grade 6 and 7 awards ceremony, hearing the band playing again. Enjoying sport matches, and especially today, being able to invite parents back into the hall. I asked the teachers and some of our girls what the most memorable moments have been during this year, and many of them have said it was the times when they could laugh and have fun together. And most of these times happened during our innings. And I think that is a collegiate word that we've created. So innings means, in the old days before COVID, we were allowed to go on outings. That stopped when COVID came. So we got creative and called them innings, and we invited people to us. And so we had lots of fun with our innings this year. All the way from grade 0 to grade 7 have had wonderful times. I so appreciate how our governing body, our senior management team, and all our teachers and staff have, within COVID restrictions, creatively worked together to push every aspect of what we can offer to maximize our girls' educational experience this year. I thank God that we can say that this year has been good. Thank you that even during COVID, we could make Collegiate Junior a place where all could, #grow to glow. Thank you. Before I hand over to the next person, I just would like to draw your attention to that bowl, rose bowl in the center of our table there. Normally, we only talk about this at the grade 7 award ceremony, but because we've got it here today, I'd like to tell you a little bit of history of that Rose Bowl. So a tradition was started between our brother school, Grey, and our school, Collegiate, in 1976. So for many, many years, this beautiful Rose Bowl has been part of the grade 7 prize givings or awards like ours today. And this Rose Bowl was presented by Miss Mary Chu, a past headmistress at the Grey Junior Prize Giving after she retired. And it was her dream that we would continue this tradition every year. So one year, Collegiate decorates it with roses and we share it here, and then we'd put the roses for the boys on the other side, and then the next year they do the roses and send it, and we share it every year. Isn't that special? I think so. And we've done that ever since. Right, thank you.
I'll be reading from Ecclesiastes chapter 3, verses 1 to 4 and 6 to 12. Everything that happens in this world happens at the time God chooses. He sets the time for birth and the time for death, the time for planting and the time for pulling up, the time for killing and the time for healing, the time for tearing down and the time for building. He sets the time for sorrow and the time for joy, the time for mourning and the time for dancing. He sets the time for finding and the time for losing, the time for saving and the time for throwing away. He sets the time for tearing and the time for mending, the time for silence and the time for talk. He sets the time for love and the time for hate, the time for war and the time for peace. What do we gain from all our work? I know the heavy burdens that God has laid on us. He has set the right time for everything. He has given us a desire to know the future, but never gives us the satisfaction of fully understanding what He does. So I realized that all we can do is to be happy and do the best we can while we are still alive.
Let us pray. Dear Father God, you are an awesome and mighty God. You guide and protect us through good times and times when we face challenges. Thank you, Lord, for the year that has passed and for giving us the strength and support we have needed every day. Thank you for our parents and teachers, for our families and friends. Lord, as we come to you at the end of the year, we ask that you help us to remember to always be kind and caring towards one another. We ask for your protection over the holiday season and that you will bring us safely back to school next year. Amen.
just to fill the parents in, Mrs. Gross, during the practice yesterday, didn't let the girls know what I was going to be doing now and said I was going to sing. But I can't think of anything worse. Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn. Today, it gives me great pleasure to be able to affirm Mrs. Jenny Neveling, who epitomizes this quote by Benjamin Franklin. Mrs. Neveling has been teaching for 47 years. Girls, that's older than some of your parents. At Collegiate, Mrs. Neveling has been a jack of all trades, but unlike the saying, she is master of all. She's one of the most gifted and multi-talented teachers to grace the collegiate passages. She has fulfilled several roles, whether it be in the classroom, on the stage, or on the sports field. For many years, her main role was that of grade 7 English and history teacher. She has remained a lifelong student of important educational matters, continually broadening her knowledge. I've had the privilege of working closely with her in the maths department. For several years, she took the Dolphin girls and helped build up their missing foundations in maths concepts. Like the quote, she used any number of interesting and practical methods to fill in the missing pieces. She did the same for English. Most afternoons, Mrs. Neveling was the last member of staff to leave after an afternoon of one-on-one lessons with her girls. Of all Jenny's excellent character traits, the one that is most prominent for those of us who have taught alongside her is her nurturing of the whole child. She has developed a passion for understanding the difficulties that children with learning barriers have and how to overcome these. Many parents and children have been assisted with study skills, and she encourages a positive mindset growth. Her feedback to each child about the work they have done is in-depth. Jenny stimulates the highly intelligent learners, but never forgets to include those who need assistance. One can walk into a classroom at any time, and there are relevant posters on the walls, but most importantly, there are physical examples of which the girls are encouraged to investigate. This year, the girls have had so many exciting lessons, from being wrapped up, mummy style, in toilet paper, to making their own clay fossils. They have eaten ancient Egyptian cookies, recipes that is, from ancient Egypt, and made model catapults to test elasticity and stored energy. These are some of the comments from grade 5 girls. Kim said, "She bought me a water bottle because mine broke." Willow said, "She goes out of her way to print worksheets and was very understanding when someone in my family passed away." Luminati said, "Thank you, Mrs. Neveling, for pushing me to do better." And Vanilla said, "Mrs. Neveling is kind and gentle and caring. She always makes us laugh, even though she doesn't always mean to. She's very good with making test scopes, and her handwriting is very neat." And so, Mrs. Neveling, it is now time for you to put all your skills and talents into nurturing the next generation of Nevelings, amongst others, your grandson, Ben. We thank you for all that you've given to Collegiate, to the Collegiate family, and wish you well in your retirement. We salute you.
All right, girls, I know you've been sitting for a while. Would you like to stand up and stretch? Please do. You can. Because my speech is very long. Thank you so much. You can be seated. It's wonderful to stand without a mask on, I can't tell you. Right, in a science lesson this year, we learned how a spring or an elastic band has the ability to jump back and restore its shape. My story today is of a remarkable young lady who learned to rise above adversity and bounce back. She showed resilience when she struggled and faced hardship, but she remained positive and adapted to her situation. The biles are a signature gymnastic twist made famous by the most decorated female gymnast of all time, Simone Biles. They are incredibly difficult and nearly impossible moves, two of which are a triple twisting double landing on the floor routine and a double dismount off the beam. Simone Biles has graced magazines and has had more tweets and views on social media platforms than many sportswomen of her time. She has captured the hearts of all who have watched her, yet little does the world know what adversity and struggles she's had to face from a young age. Simone grew up in foster care until her grandparents adopted her. Gymnastics became her life and she excelled at it. Going into the Tokyo 2021 Olympics, Simone was a clear favorite to win gold in the all-round competition. Suddenly, without warning, her mental health was affected, and she was plagued by a condition named the twisties. It is a mental block when the gymnast loses spatial awareness during an intense routine, and it can lead to serious injuries. It is widely experienced by gymnasts performing dizzyingly quick routines, and many find it terrifying. Although they know what move and landing they want to execute, they do not know where they are in the air whilst they are twisting. Simone suffered from this condition during her vault event and could not complete it correctly. She missed vital rotations and scored her lowest ever tournament score. To protect herself from further injury, Simone made the heartbreaking and selfless decision to withdraw from the competition. She realized that her focus needed to be her mental health and well-being. People passed nasty comments and placed immense pressure on her to compete, but she stood her ground and ignored the negativity. She was very disappointed as she had worked hard, but what showed her strength of character was that she did what was best for her health and her American team. By withdrawing, she did not cost her team a medal, but she stood back and allowed other gymnasts to compete and medal themselves. Simone later returned to compete at the end of the competition in the balance beam final of the same competition, and she won a bronze medal. She showed amazing courage, perseverance, patience, and a resilient spirit by bouncing back for her team and not for herself. The American team went on to win silver. Simone remains driven and is looking forward to competing at the Paris Olympics in 2024. This story illustrates just how each of us have hurdles to cross in our lives and how you all have shown amazing resilience over the past 2 years. You had to learn how to adapt to working online, using Google Classroom without your teachers, masks having to be worn all the time, not having contact with your friends, constantly being reminded to walk and sit socially distanced, adapting to working behind screens, not being able to gather for large gatherings with friends and family or parties. So girls, today I salute you. Just like Simone Biles, you have shown amazing resilience, courage and perseverance, and you have learnt how to take on each new challenge that comes your way, how to bounce back, and that you are survivors. We are so very proud of you. Thank you. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, and we come to that part of the program where we'll be handing over the awards to our girls. Award winners will be called up in groups. Please hold your applause until each award winner in the group has received her award. It gives me great pleasure to announce the awards for Grade 5G. Would the first group of award winners please stand and line up at the stairs? Thank you to Mrs. Scott, who's doing the very important sanitizing job. Isabella Atkinson, academic achievement and a committed work ethic. Willow Beeling for general progress and courtesy. Claire Claassen, good overall progress and perseverance. Caitlin Cutting in absentia for excellent academic achievement and conscientiousness. Milan Geyser for academic achievement and a compassion for others. Letsatsi Hedbush for good overall progress and an energetic nature. Ambisa Kondeli, academic achievement and a committed work ethic. I apologize, it's Kondile. Would the second group of Grade 5G award winners please stand and line up at the stairs? Shiloh Kruger for general progress and an intuitive nature. Kayla Lotz for good overall progress and an empathetic nature. Siyasanga Makokwana, I got it right this time, for academic achievement and a dedicated work ethic. Coco MacDonald for academic achievement and a committed work ethic. Akuklum Kize for academic achievement and a positive attitude. Azaria Murphy for academic achievement and dependability. Kazimla Mzembe for academic achievement and an energetic nature. Would the final group of Grade 5G award winners please stand and line up at the stairs? Imanati Nonganga for excellent academic achievement and an outstanding work ethic. Kendall Potgieter for academic achievement and a consideration for others. Abigail Tro for academic achievement and conscientiousness. Lara van Niekerk for excellent academic achievement, an outstanding work ethic. The Jenny Miller Trophy for mathematics in grade 5 and the E.M. White Trophy for English. Madison Fenter, academic achievement and a sense of responsibility.
Grade 5M Awards, Group 1. Would the first group of award winners please stand up and line up at the stairs? Chloe de Villiers, Progress and Endeavour. Rachel Embry, General Progress and Helpfulness. Ava Filmer, Academic Achievement and Motivation to do her best. Emilka Hermans, Academic Achievement and a Sociable Pupil. Bulela Kepu, Academic Achievement and a Sociable Pupil. Julie Lopesher, Academic Achievement and Empathy towards Fellow Learners. Kayla Long, Excellent Academic Achievement and Generosity. Would the second group of award winners please stand and line up at the stairs? Unako Masani, Good Progress and Enthusiasm. Rafaela Miller, Excellent Academic Achievement and Exemplary Behaviour. Milani Matsakatya, Academic Achievement and a Caring Nature. Tamir Naidu, General Progress and a Determined Spirit. Lily Nepkin, Academic Achievement and an Independent Nature. Would the final group of award winners please stand and line up? At the stairs, sorry. Rebecca Pappas, academic achievement and a commitment in all spheres. Alexandra Ribeiro, good overall progress and a positive attitude. Sashana Singh, good progress and a courageous attitude. Vanilla Sponek, excellent academic achievement and a determination to do her best. Chimzu Marden, academic achievement and exemplary behaviour. Ashley Webster, in absentia, good progress and respectfulness.
Would the first group of award winners in 5N come up to the stairs? Natala Bukani for good overall progress and consideration towards others. Catherine Clark for academic achievement and a keen sense of accountability. Sadie Connett for academic achievement and being a cooperative pupil. Nosheen Demain for good overall progress and exemplary behaviour. Kim Dell Robinson for academic achievement and incredible compassion. Inga Erasmus for excellent academic achievement and total commitment. Kate Horsley for academic achievement and helpfulness. With the second group of award winners in 5N, please come up to the stairs. Alia Khan for general progress and being a sociable pupil. Skylar Lamood for academic achievement and being an empathetic pupil. Lisa Lannenhofen for excellent academic achievement and great enthusiasm. Chloe Moshia for excellent academic achievement and dependability. Emma Mason for excellent academic achievement and enthusiasm. Alona Minameni for good overall progress and perseverance. Lwanda Mjalwa for excellent academic achievement and consistent effort. Would the third group of award winners in 5N please come to the stairs? Butunani Ndongeni for academic achievement and cheerfulness. Luminati Nonganga for academic achievement and quiet determination. Luchli Lunje Nosiwe for academic achievement and a positive attitude. Erin Rudlin for good progress and kindness. Zara Saban for academic achievement and cheerful confidence. Danica Smith for excellent academic achievement and a quiet capability. Would the fourth group of Grade 5 winners please come to the stairs? Tandalwetu Tini for excellent academic achievement and excellent participation, and also a certificate and voucher for general knowledge. Holly Tudhope for excellent academic achievement, for being a creative thinker, a certificate for excellence in Afrikaans, and the trophy for multilingualism. Chloe van Rooyen for good progress and helpfulness. Ayabukwa Vani for good progress and exemplary behavior. Chloe Visa for good progress and generosity. Celinda Kuchle Zulu for academic achievement and a pupil who shows great potential.
Sorry, girls, due to a fashion failure, I'm back to using a stool. Maybe I should have one permanently, but yeah. With the first group of the award winners from 5S, please make your way to the stairs. Ayumikona Luko for academic achievement and a cheerful disposition. Ashley Buerta for academic achievement and a cheerful nature. Christine Balker for academic achievement and exemplary behaviour. Anna Bradfield for academic achievement and quiet determination. Caitlin D'Souza, academic achievement and artistically creative. Lauren Duckworth, academic achievement and a cheerful pupil. And Taylor Dunnington for academic achievement and a tenacious attitude. Would the second group of award winners please stand and line up at the stairs? Gemma Esterhazen for excellent academic achievement and determination. Laura Foster for excellent academic achievement and a confident pupil. Luminati Getzi for good progress and a cheerful disposition. Sienna Goos, academic achievement and determination in all spheres. Dominique Kershaw for academic achievement and shows potential. Laura Lamont for academic achievement and a sociable pupil. And Unako Mputa for academic achievement and a respectful pupil. Would the final group of award winners please stand and make your way to the stairs? Sarah Niazi for academic achievement and shows potential. Rebecca Robinson for good overall progress and exemplary behaviour. Catherine Scott for academic achievement and determination. Zizo Tetiana for general progress and friendliness. Peyton Walker for good overall progress and a positive attitude. And Zitumile Kata for general progress and a tenacious attitude.
Well done, girls. You did that very well. We now move on to the special awards. Please feel free to applaud for each individual award. Our top 3 achievers in grade 5 this year. Third in grade 5, Emma Mason. You can come straight up, Emma. Second in grade 5, Laura van Niekerk. And first in grade 5 this year, Holly Tudhope. The Endeavour Trophy this year in grade 5 is shared between Skylar Lamood and Chloe van Rooyen. We can give them a clap. The grade 5 GEMS Floating Trophy is awarded to a pupil who has risen above adversity. The recipient of the trophy this year is Sushana Singh. The Ilse Geus Trophy, sounds very weird to read that, I've never had to read it before, is awarded to the pupil who is acknowledged and admired as a worthy citizen for her fine social qualities and outstanding work habits. Emma Mason. Our final trophy of the day is awarded to a pupil who, during her time in grades 4 and 5, has shown ability and commitment in the academic, sporting, and cultural fields. In essence, the best all-rounder. This year, the trophy is shared between Chloe Marcher and Rebecca Pappas. Oh, here we go.
Mrs. Van Rooyen, on behalf of Grade 5, I would like to thank you for being our guest of honor and handing out our awards today. Thank you for all the hard work you have put in to ensure that we could all come back to school every day this year. Thank you for your encouragement and for always being so cheerful and positive. Please accept this.
And you will find that I'm not on the order of official whatever was going to happen today. So there's time left. And we were reading about time. And it's my time to say goodbye. I do like to procrastinate. I've been trying to leave for the last 5 years. Tando, can you tell us what procrastinate means? Where's Tando? Stand up and tell us, what does procrastinate mean? You're putting off what should have been done a long time ago. I do like to have the last say, so Dr. Well knows I always like to have... I can smell gas. This gas is making my eyes water, and it's making my nose blocked, and it feels like I'm choking. I better have some water. Right, that does feel better. So yes, it's time to say goodbye, and I cannot say goodbye without reminding you of some of the things I have tried to teach you this year. The first thing is always be, thank you, always be kind, girls. You know, you can achieve great things, you can be brilliant at sport, but the important thing, and I think the thing that people will remember you for, is to be kind. Lots of squabbles happen, especially in the grade 5 year. It's part of that growing up and finding out who you are. And lots of squabbles start with making assumptions. And when you assume things, you make an ass of you and me. And you know that even though I'm so old, and I'm really old, I still make assumptions. I still make those mistakes. So girls, if you can just remember, whenever you have a misunderstanding, stop and think, am I making assumptions? Let's find out, let's talk it through. So that's the second thing I want you to remember. The third thing I want you to remember is to train your brain. And you know that some of you have come up and you've got brilliant memories. That's because you trained them. And some girls think, I can't remember that history. I just can't remember all the reasons why grain was important in Egypt. But if you go over it and train your brain, you will get it right. But if you only train it sometimes, it's not going to work. It's like me going on a diet. You've got to work at it every day. So those are the three things, B-A-T, and that says bat, and well, that's a bit weird, isn't it? But remember to be kind. Before you jump to conclusions, make sure that you don't make an ass of you and me, and to train your brain. But there are two thoughts I would like to leave you with. I wish for you, and I'm not a fairy, you can see that. I'm not even a fairy godmother. There's two things I want you to do, and I hope for you, is that you get to travel one day. Because by traveling, you enrich your lives in so many ways. I hope you get to go to Egypt and see what I've been talking about. I hope you get to go to the cradle of humankind. I hope you get to go overseas. I hope you travel. And the other thing I hope for you is that you don't just exist, but that you live. Girls, each day find something that you can look forward to. Don't do anything your second best. Only do your best. Okay? And remember, don't just exist. Live. Live your lives. And with God as your guide, you can do that. So it's really time for me to say goodbye. Collegiate's been trying for 5 years to get rid of me. So this year, what they did was they gave me an extra big class, much bigger. That's why we had 4 groups coming up. But I'd just like to say that it was the best, class that I've ever taught. So thank you.
Me again. Okay, girls, parents, it would be remiss of me not to thank a number of people who have made today possible. Firstly, to our girls for finally being so well behaved, for looking so beautiful and neat, and for working so well this year to receive all these accolades. To Mrs. Van Rooyen for being our guest of honor and for handing over our awards. To our grade 5 dream team for all the support and for the many hours spent preparing for the awards today. And to the parents for taking time out to support your daughters on this special occasion. To Mr. Horn for assisting in the sound booth today. Ms. Matthys and Ms. Scott, thank you for assisting with sanitizing our girls' hands and for playing the school song. And well done to Isabella for entertaining us. To Mrs. Mahler for doing the certificates so beautifully, to Mr. Vederman and his team for organizing our seating in the hall, Martin and Patricia for sanitizing and temperature taking while on screen duty. So please can I ask that after the final item, which is the school song, parents, if you're taking your daughters, which I assume you will, because it's nearly 12:30, I suggest you stay in the hall. Your daughters will pop upstairs, get their bags, get their certificates, say good afternoon to their teacher, and they'll meet you back down here. So on that note, let's stand and sing the school song. Ooh, sorry. Girls who won the special awards, please can you just stay behind for a photograph? Thank you.